This is one of a series of lessons that aims to supercharge your practice through the use of what I'm going to call compound guitar exercises. These are essentially exercises that address multiple areas of your guitar playing all at once. So let's say, for example, you invest 10 minutes of practice time into one of these exercises and it addresses 4 different areas of your practice time that you need to address separately. Otherwise, you're actually getting about 40 minutes worth of practice for your 10-minute time investment, which sounds pretty good to me. So let's check out today's exercise. It sounds like this. Now this may sound just like a scale to you because it is, but there's something much more important going on here. This is the chord tone accent drill. And what we've got going on here is essentially 2 things. We're working on your ability to pick out chord tones from within a scale. In this case, we've chosen the G major scale, and I'm picking out the notes of G major from within that scale. Now, very quickly, I'll show you what's going on there. It's going to run like this. We have 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, and 4. That's all in the second position. It's frets 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, and then 2, 3, 5. And the notes, this is the important bit, are going to be F sharp, not a chord tone, G, which is a chord tone, that's the root, A, which is not a chord tone, B, which is, C, which is not, D, which is, E, which is not, F sharp, which is not, and G, which is, and then so on and so forth. Now this is important because we've chosen to accent the notes of a G major triad within a G major scale, but you can use any chord within any scale that you like. That's not the important bit. What we've also got happening here is we have a physical accenting of those chord notes, so we're going to actually play them louder. Now this encourages you to practice dynamic control, which is a hugely overlooked aspect of guitar playing. If you have control of your dynamics, you have control over so many other aspects of your playing. I can't even begin to tell you. For one thing, it's very, very hard to be tense while you're playing quietly. So this is going to encourage you to use an optimum left hand pressure. It's also going to make you aware of just how loud is loud and just how quiet is quiet with the right hand. It's a really very broad reaching exercise. Now the other thing with this is it's going to encourage you to accent in slightly unusual places, because what we tend to do if we're going to pick, if we're a good guitar player, we would tend to accent strong beats like this. If we're a little more kind of tied up in what our fingers are doing, we tend to accent the first note on a string like this. Either way, there's not a lot that calls for us to accent notes in this unusual pattern that we get from accenting the chord tones. So that in itself is yet another challenge. Now, another way you might try doing this is by accenting different chord tones. Let's say you wanted to pick out the notes of an A minor triad within your G scale. You could do that. That's going to be A's, C's, and E's. It might sound like this. Again, the chord that you choose is not important. I would encourage you to vary them and just kind of rotate them. Maybe pick them out of a hat. That's a good way to do things. It's just kind of keep things fresh and keep things challenging. Now, of course, if this is really, really difficult for you and you just find it a total head scratcher, why not pick a single note? Why not just accent, say, all of the C notes? Let's try that. So in addition to practicing our dynamic control and our fretting pressure, we're also getting a bit of music theory, a bit of oral recognition, some rhythm practice. It's a really deep and musical exercise that all boils down to how much control you have over the instrument. So spend a lot of time with this one. If you are going to practice this, however, I will encourage you to put some fresh strings on, because nothing kills a guitar's dynamic range faster than old strings. So get some new strings on. Elixirs are going to last you a long time if you can have long practice sessions, so maybe consider some of those. But for the time being, I shall leave you there. My name is Nick Jennison. I will see you next time.